Yeah, I think obviously extremely difficult. We were actually joking about yesterday, thinking that if we maybe scored 200 and you bowl them out for 50, we could still in with a chance. But yeah, I think in sort of summing up our season, it's been very up and down. We've had periods where we've been very good, and then periods where we obviously haven't been good. And then coming into the last match with not really much to play for, it's always going to be difficult to get yourself up. And yeah, obviously the energies were a little bit low this evening. Well, I think firstly the wickets in Chittagong were really good. I think obviously we've had 2 games now since.
For the batters.
Yeah, good for the batters, but obviously challenging for bowling. I think people want to see T20 games where it's high scoring. I don't think people want to see games where it's 130, 140. So even as bowlers, it is tough for us, but I think even for myself, if I'm bowling and I know that it's going to be a high scoring game, it almost makes it more challenging, and I think it's good for the crowd, but then also good for the batters as well, because then they obviously learn how to play and construct innings where they can get big totals. And obviously coming here, you need a different skill set. I think most of the guys were striking just over 100, so to actually watch a game like this, and even the earlier game as well, where it's lower scoring, it's always difficult. I think you want high scoring games. So I think in any competition where you have good wickets, and obviously everyone is under pressure to do well, because batters, when the wickets are good, batters have to score big runs, and when the wicket is good, bowlers have to restrict them. Sometimes you can actually bowl badly and get away with decent figures, and that's not really good for T20 cricket. I'm not sure, because I was following the games on Cricinfo, but I obviously couldn't see the visuals, so I'm not sure what happened in the first sort of 7 or 8 games. But I think certainly since I've come here, obviously confidence is low once you've lost a couple of games. I think not just the captain, I think everyone in the squad. And then I think you're always playing catch-up cricket, trying to qualify for the playoffs. I think after 4 or 5 games, I think everyone probably thought, we have a really good chance to get in. But when you're in a tournament where it's 11 or 12 games, every single game is important. So not just the first 5 or 6 games, because you can still lose the next 4 or 5 games and then not qualify. So it's about being consistent in every competition where you play more than 10 games. I think always the better teams finish near the top. I think obviously Khulna and Challengers, I think we were kind of the next batch of teams, and obviously they qualified ahead of us. But I still feel that if we had 1 or 2 games where we had won, we would have been really not favourites for the finals, but up there, because we have a really good squad. No, I don't know.
No,
Maybe you guys like me, so I'm back again. No, I think I mean, if he'll have to answer for himself, but I don't think it's about shying away. I think it's just he has a lot of responsibilities. So for someone like myself, if I can take a small load off the captain, even the coaches as well, just trying to help them out as well, I think that's a job that I really enjoy. And it's always nice to see you guys as well. It's always better in hindsight. I think if it came off and we ended up winning those games, then everyone says, oh no, the coaching staff are geniuses. But obviously if it doesn't come off, then you look back and you say, maybe keep the same consistency, all of that type of stuff. So I always find that when you're losing, there's a lot more questions. Sometimes when you're winning, even if you're not playing well or you're making a few mistakes, people kind of brush over it. I think just for us this season, we just haven't been good enough, and obviously it's shown where we've finished in the league stages.